Hello, how are you? My name's Samantha. This is the Khaos and Kismet podcast, and this is where I talk about all of my crafty things, usually over the course of the last week. However, I was not here last week because we have had such bad weather. We've had really bad storms, and last week the storms ruined my internet. Internet was gone, and then when it came back, it was intermittent to say the least, and it's still the internet's not great, so I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible just to make sure I can actually get it uploaded. I did get my Stitcher library uploaded yesterday, but it did take a while, so I'm going to try and keep it quite short. So I'll show you the stuff that I've done, and then I'll do a bit of a life update at the end. Yeah, so I've got 2 finished objects, 1 knitting whip and 1 cross stitch whip. So I will start with the finished objects. The first one, if you watched Stitcher Library yesterday, you will have seen this one. This is the Brita pullover. The yarn that I'm used is Yarn Smith Pebble Haze in Saltburn. It's the DK because they've got Pebble Haze Aran now as well. There we go. That's the colours. And so I spoke all about this yesterday on my Stitcher Library. It's by Amber from Divine Debris. Her one has sleeves, mine does not. I do think I'm going to make another one of these though with sleeves because it's a very nice pattern. It's very well written. I enjoyed it immensely. And it's nice and squishy. And it's just the right amount of enough to keep you warm without overheating, because I am at the age now where I just randomly get super hot for no reason at all whatsoever. So that is my first finished object. My other finished object, again, if you watched Stitcher Library yesterday, you'll have seen I started making a pair of gloves, and I did say yesterday that I was going to frog them. So the yarn that I've used is Red Heart Unforgettable. We are still on the phone, so everything is backwards. I do apologise. Once I've moved house, I will have an actual, excuse me a second, I will have an actual camera setup thing going on. There we go, that's the, are we going to focus? No? Okay, we're not focusing. It is colour 03970. Because apparently focusing is not a thing that we're doing today. Red Heart Unforgettable, it's 100% acrylic. And this is the colourway. It's got like the grey and the white section, and then a short bit, grey and the white section, and then a long bit, grey and white, short. Yeah, I haven't done my ends. Of course I haven't done my ends. And this is just a V-stitch. I'll show you in the lighter section. There you go. I'll show you it the other way around so they actually look like V's. There you go. And the kind of yarn is this like roving type stuff. But it's actually surprisingly easy to work with. It doesn't pull apart like some roving type things do. Because I've used even 100% acrylic roving type things before, and they literally just pull apart on me. This is for me because I don't have anything. I weirdly don't have anything just like black and white in my selection of kills and scarves and things. So I just went until the ball was finished. I don't know if I could. There you go. If I want to, I can wrap it around like that. But, you know, I also like to breathe. So maybe not. But it'll be nice just under my jacket like this. So it's late. I'm tired. It's been a very long day. So apologies for any weirdness. But yeah, that's it. I've just used a 5mm hook and just done a V-stitch. Just chained across until I decided it was wide enough. And yeah, that's that. Just V-stitched until it was done, and then just attached it somewhere. Yeah, just slip stitched it together. Because like I said, this is just for me, so I don't care. And that was just like the little ridge that's on the outside. You can't see the ridge from this side, but you can see the join. And the ridge is on the inside, look. See it? Ooh, see it there. But yeah, when it's stuff for the shop, I don't do that. But because it's just for me, I don't care. So there we go. One nice, simple, easy cowl. Because I just wanted something nice and simple and easy to work on today. And because I had already opened that ball of yarn yesterday to make the gloves, I didn't want to put it back into the stash. So I had made a full glove and frogged that back, and I just wanted to, that's why it's got this, this is not like a problem in the yarn or anything. This is where I had made the glove. I'd made one and then started on the second one before I realised I'd already made them. And I wasn't really massively keen on the fit. So that's what that is. The yarn was great. No knots, nothing. No knots, no breaks. That's it for finishes. That's not bad, 6.5 minutes. Right, whips. Knitting whip. I showed you this before. This is, look at the state of this. That is an absolute travesty. Look, it's got guts hanging out and everything. This is actually beautiful yarn. Contrary to the state I have it in at the moment. It's by Gamer Crafting. It is called Dalaran. I cast on a pair of socks, and it's 75-25 merino nylon. I cast this on when the new World of Warcraft expansion came out, and it has been my desk project. However, because it's the start of a new expansion, I've not actually had much sitting around in game, which is normally why I have a desk project, because you like travel time and things like that. There's like an automated travel system where you get on a thing and it'll fly you to wherever you're going. So I like to have a desk project for that, and this was it. I did manage to get a little bit extra done because we went to Loughborough on Saturday and I was not driving, so I got a little bit of extra knitting time in the car. So we have now finished the foot, we have turned the heel, and we're on the leg. So this is the yarn. That's a pretty good colour. The way that I do my socks is I'll put light bulb stitch mark. I always do toe up. I very rarely do pattern socks. But I always do toe up and then just carry on. And I'll do these every 10 rows. Sorry, the brain just was like, nope, we're not going to remember that word. Every 10 rows, I will put one of these. And then when I'm on my second sock, I take it off there and just put it straight into the second sock. And then that way I don't need to like really think about counting the rows, because it's just every 10 rows I'll move one across. And when I've moved them all across, then I just need to count the last few rows, because I think my foot I need 68. If I'm using 2.5 millimeter. What are these? Addies maybe? Can't remember. I think they're Addies. 2.5 millimeter needles. I need 68 stitches for my, no I don't. I need 68 rows for my foot. Fish lips kiss heel. And then just do the leg until I get bored. Usually what I do for the leg though is I will fold it over like that, and then I'll knit the leg until it's with the toe, like level with the toe, and then I'll put my little border on it. Border. Oh, my brain. Cuff. It's not even that late. It's like, it's 8:45. You wouldn't think it looking outside. It's like absolutely pitch black out there and has been for ages. Between the rain and just the nights are starting to come a bit earlier now, isn't they? Because it's the end of September. It's the last day of September today. Tomorrow's like the 1st of October. The year has just flying, absolutely flying by. Right, so yeah, Gamer Crafting. She has a website. She does beautiful yarn. I've had loads and loads and loads of yarn off her before. She does mostly, as the name implies, she does mostly gaming related stuff. But even if you're not into gaming, look at that. Just look. It's gorgeous. Why would you not want that? But she does. If you are into the gaming side of things, she does lots of different types of games. So, yeah. And a lovely person as well. So, that always helps. Socks. Still the first sock. I'm going to try and make an effort to get them finished though. Because, yeah, they've been hanging around on the needles for way too long. So there we go. That is my knitting whip. I do have another knitting whip, but it's part of my Stitcher library. So I showed it yesterday on the video. I need to try and work on that a bit this week as well. The last thing that I've got is a cross stitch one. Now, usually I have my cross stitches in a rotation, and I have 4 things in the rotation that I work on for a week, and then I'll move on to the next one and like rotate them like that. And then I have one that I have upstairs for when I'm lying in bed, listen to my audiobooks. That one I haven't really worked on as much because by the time I've been going to bed recently, I've just been absolutely collapsing. I'm exhausted. And I get this, I don't know if it's just a me thing, but when I get tired especially, I tend to find that the things that I'm currently working on hold no interest. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of whips that I've got, and I don't want to work on anything because there's just too much to choose from. So obviously the answer to this is I pick something new to start because, yeah, why not? This is what I was getting a bit like with my cross stitch. I was like, I've been working on all these cross stitches for ages. Now I have got a lot of cross stitch whips that I've already started. Obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be whips. I have got a lot of cross stitch whips. And if I'm bored with one of the 5 that I've got in the rotation, including the bedtime one, I've got plenty of things that I could easily change to. But I didn't. Because, yeah, I just didn't. I have this book. This book is 28 years old. Celtic Cross Stitch. This is by Gail Lothar. 30 alphabet, animal and knotwork projects. So there's 2 on there. There's this wee man on the back as well. And these are all based on like old Celtic patterns. So this is the one that I decided to do. That is ferocious mythical beasts such as bizarre creatures that were half lion and half dog were often depicted by Celtic artists. This roundel features a brightly coloured version of such a creature. So this is a lion dog. I've no idea. Yeah. Now, the problem is when you're using an old book, because it has the key there, look, with all the... It has the key with the DMC and the anchor floss that they've used for the picture. Now, I found as I was pulling the floss, because I've got almost a full set of DMC, I found as I was pulling the floss that the colours don't really match up anymore. So that is something you need to watch out for. If you're using any old books or old patterns, DMC colours have, not just DMC, it happens to be that I was looking at the DMC ones, all different threads, the colourways change over the years. So it's fairly obvious on something like this where it's big blocks of quite distinct colours. It might not be so obvious on some other stuff. At the end of the day, do it in whatever colours you want. Any cross stitch that you're doing, do it in whatever colours you want. It's your cross stitch. You're the one spending the time on it. Like, the colours are just a suggestion to make it look exactly like the picture. So I decided, because I quite like the picture, I decided I was going to just do, like, pull my own colours that look the same as the picture. So I've filled in 2 colours. I've done all the black, all the outline. For the outline, I used pearl cotton, DMC pearl cotton. It comes, have I got any down here actually? No, I do not. I've probably got some in here. Yeah, it comes on little spools like this. And this is what I use for embroidery. If I just want to use black instead of using floss. When you use embroidery floss, it's 3 little, no it's not, it's 6 little strands that are twisted together. This is just one single strand. And you get different ones. See in there? That's got your colour, which is 310, which is the black, and DMC up there. And then you have like the size. So this one is a size 8 pearl cotton. Ooh. See, it tells you there. No, we're not focusing. Okay, it tells you here. Oh, there we go. Cotton pearl. DMC are a French company, so I imagine that's the way around that they do it. But that's what I used for the outline. Just because I find it easier than just splitting threads. The size 8 I think is probably about the same size as 2 threads of just the normal DMC floss. And the rest of it I've just pulled random colours that look like the colours in the picture. I keep mine on little bobbins. I've got boxes about this sort of size that I keep them ordered by number in those, and then I just pull them out and use them. I just write on these what number they are, and then I just put them back in there when I'm done. So yeah, I've got this one. I'm not sure if I should just leave him as he is. And this is 14 count, just plain white Ada. I don't know if I should leave him as he is, or whether I should do like a little Celtic border around him. Because in the picture, there's nothing there. But there are, I'll see if I could have a quick... There's lots of like... like Celtic knot type things. Like these. They have thinner bands as well. So I don't know whether to do little extra bits. The other pattern I want to do out here though is the one that's on the front cover. That one. I think it's very pretty. Apparently these are serpents. I don't think they look very much like serpents, but serpents. Oh, my battery's about to die. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. So normally I plug it in before I start. My phone's getting a bit old now, so the battery runs down quite quickly. So yeah, that's my little cross stitch that I've been doing as well. Now that the outline's done, all I literally have to do is colour it in. But yeah, that's about all my brain can handle right now. So yeah, that's it for all the making stuff. Um, life stuff. I'm moving this week. So most of my brain power is being taken up with that because there is so much to remember. It wasn't too bad before when I moved from my ex's house into here, because I know that anything that I forget about, like if I forget to redirect mail for whatever, he'll bring it down for me, and that's fine. I didn't really have anything in my name at his house or anything like that, so I didn't really have anything that I had to change. And the stuff that I had to get in my name when I was here, I just sort of did as I went along, just as it came up and I needed it. However, this time I'm doing everything myself, and there is so much to remember, and there are so many new things as well. Like the place that I'm moving to, I need to have a parking permit, which I've never had to deal with before. I need to do different things with different councils. I need to, there's so much stuff to do. I was led to believe when I was younger that being an adult would be way more fun. It's not. It's just hard work and it's tiring. Like, look. I'm just like a zombie. Just constantly like a zombie at the minute. But it's a couple of weeks of stress. Then it'll be done. And then we can get on our merry way. And yeah, it'll be fine. It's just a couple of weeks of just stress and exhaustion to get everything moved. I've hired a van. My internet, I'm not going to have internet for a week, which is not good. I thought I was going to get the internet on Monday. However, I've had to reschedule it because I have to bring the van back to Wolverhampton on Monday. And while I'm not going to be particularly far away, it's like between an hour and a half, depending on traffic, which isn't particularly far away. But when I have to be back here for like the middle of the morning, and the Sky Guy was coming out between, I think, like 8 and 12 or something like that, it's not ideal. And I don't have anybody else that can do either of these things for me. So yeah, I've had to reschedule. And because I've had to reschedule, it means that I now don't get my internet on until Friday. Like, not this Friday. I'm moving this Friday, and it'll be the following Friday I'll get my internet on. Which is not going to be good. I do have a whole house that I need to unpack and clean and organise. So, I mean, I'm going to have stuff to do. But I would like to also have internet, because I like having internet. And it's kind of weird, because I'm 43. So I remember before the internet was a thing. And I remember like before mobile phones were a thing. I remember getting my first mobile phones. I was a teenager when I got my first mobile phones. I think I had actually already moved out. And I remember when I got my first mobile phone, I had already moved out and had my own house. To be fair, I did that when I was 17, which is quite young. But yeah. And it's crazy because now it's just like the internet is everything. I'm going to have to try and work out a way to even like checking my emails and things. I'm going to have to try and find somewhere close to the house that I can just do basic stuff like go check my emails. And yeah. So hopefully, because I'm going to have a 2-week break, hopefully I'll get a little bit more crafting done. And I'll have a little bit more to show you next time. And yeah, we're on nearly 25 minutes now, so I'm going to go. Nothing else much has really been happening. It's literally just trying to organise stuff for the house. And that's been about it. I have to go back there tomorrow, take some videos, because the kids haven't seen the house yet. And yeah. Next time I will be recording from my new house. I'm very excited about it. I know I don't look excited, but that's because I'm very tired. I am, in fact, super excited and very much looking forward to it. And yeah, next time I'm recording, I will be in my new house. So until then, have fun, enjoy yourself. I hope your weather's better than it is here, and I'll be back in 2 weeks.